Hi YouTube, Watchify here with another video. In this video I wanted to compare two mainstream Seiko Prospex lines, and those are the Turtle and the Samurai. These watches share some similarities but also obviously have some design differences. So if you're in the market for a 200 meter Seiko diver, which one should you get? You're going to find that they both have the mainstream Seiko 4R automatic movement inside. These movements have a 41-hour power reserve and beat at 21,600 beats per hour. The Turtle is going to have a day and date complication with its 4R36, which has 24 joules, whereas the Samurai with its 4R35 movement just has a date complication and it has 23 joules. They are basically the same movement, so it would just be your preference as to whether having the day complication is something you want or not. I personally like it because of the alternate languages that are available, such as kanji or Roman numerals, for example. In terms of case dimensions, they're both on the larger side. The Turtle case size is 45 millimeters, while the Samurai is 44 millimeters. Lug-to-lug distance on the Turtle is 47.2 millimeters, and the Samurai is 48.5. Case thickness on both watches is 13 millimeters, and they both have 22 millimeter lug widths. With the Turtle, you're getting a rounded cushion case shape with sides that slope inwards. The Samurai's distinctive case shape is more aggressive and angular, but you can see it also slopes inwards. The Samurai's case also has a layered effect, which you can see on the side. The Turtle will have a crown at the 4 o'clock position with no crown guards because it's recessed into the case. The Samurai has its prominent knurled crown at the more traditional 3 o'clock position, and it does have crown guards. Rotating bezel design also differs in that the Samurai's is wider and flatter with a thinner edge that makes it more difficult to grip and rotate. Of the two case shapes, it's going to come down to which design you like better. The Turtle's is more elegant looking, while the Samurai's is sharp and angular. Of the two, I'd say I prefer the Turtle's case shape and bezel design. The Turtle design was introduced in 1976 for the Japan market in the form of the 6306-7000 model, and has since become better known by its SRP model designation. It seems like the inspiration was to be a professional dive watch, but for the average person. The line got a reboot in 2015 with the reintroduction of the Turtle, which has remained largely unchanged to this day. Along the way, a mini Turtle emerged with the same basic case shape, but in a smaller 42 millimeter size and with a crown at the 3 o'clock position. The Samurai is a newer design, having launched in Japan in 2004 with the titanium model SBDA001, along with a blue dial and an orange dialed variant. The second generation of Samurais were released in 2017 with some notable changes. The hour hand now has a distinctive large bisected arrow shape, and the second hand also standardized to its current design. Standard Samurais and Turtles came with a Hardlex crystal and aluminum bezel insert, but both lines now have a King designation, with newer and more expensive models having sapphire crystal and ceramic bezel inserts. If you dive into Seiko's catalog, you'll find special and limited editions in both lines, with Save the Ocean series models also in both. You probably already know this, but the Turtle and Samurai names are just nicknames given to these watches by the watch community. The Turtle deriving from its rounded case shape, and the Samurai nickname coming from its sword-shaped hands. Of the two lines, I'd say that the Turtle is more well-known and popular. You won't find as many mod parts available for these two lines as you would for the Seiko SKX series, but there are parts available if you want to change out the crystal, bezel, or bezel insert, and there are custom aftermarket bracelets available for each. The Jubilee style seems to be the most popular for the Turtle, while the angular hexad style bracelet seems to be the most popular pairing for the Samurai. On the topic of bracelets, both OEM bracelets are similar in that they have solid end links, a diver's extension, and stamped metal fold-over clasps. Some models, however, come just on a rubber or silicone strap. If you're like me, the design of the dial has a lot to do with your decision whether or not to buy a watch. Both lines have a wide variety of colors and textures, with many of the same dials showing up on both Turtles and Samurais. The Samurai's loomed indices are rectangular, whereas the Turtles are mainly round, so again, this is going to come down to your personal preference. I think both of these Seiko lines are great 200-meter divers that were traditionally priced to be affordable and attainable professional spec dive watches. As for current day prices, the most affordable Samurai I found on Amazon was going for $358 US, while Turtle models seem to start out around $368. So they are both similarly priced. The Turtle has more history and is the less polarizing design of the two, but I like the distinctive Samurai and happen to own 3 variants. I don't think you can go wrong with either watch line. There are also other lines in Seiko's Prospex automatic series that you'll likely encounter if you're searching for a dive watch, and those are the Monster and Tuna lines. Those cost around the same as the standard Turtles and Samurais, and they also have 4R movements inside. I own a Tuna but don't yet own a Monster, although I have been interested in a couple models. That's going to be it for this video. Hopefully you found it helpful or interesting. And if you did, feel free to leave a like, comment, or even consider subscribing. Of course, I wanted to thank you for watching, and hopefully I'll see you in another video.